Happy Friday or Saturday, January 17 to 18, 2025, everybody. And oh my goodness, we are going to get a biggest frigid Arctic air in our lifetimes. So today's video, we are going over and taking a deep dive into once in a lifetime, potentially once in a lifetime event that is coming up in the United States. And boy, oh boy, I have to talk this to you today as we make this emergency Saturday morning video to tell you guys what's going on next week, or should I say week from tomorrow. So let me go over every single aspect to this video, and we are going to be started off by today as we take a look at January 18 here at 1:07 a.m. So the time you are watching this, folks, we are going to get this warm air that will come up. But boy, oh boy, this will get super crazy, guys. As we move on to this week, you guys should know why in just a second. But as of now, we got this 987 mobile low pressure system up in Canada, and this really snowy air will be hitting the Indiana-Ohio coast. But however, this warm air will be going up, so this should cause some more wet snow, even some rain in Ohio, especially across western and southern Ohio as we go throughout the day, changing more to snow. And then we actually do got some severe weather for to talk about for Florida, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, stuff like that. So we have a lot to talk about here. Starting today, of course, over at my house, I live in here, which is what we are going to be talking most about today. But my house got 13, 14 inches of snow. And if this would have been all snow, that would have jumped into that. So we're going to be watching this really closely here as we go throughout the day today. But watch tomorrow at 1 a.m. This storm will move out of here, and we may get another low pressure system developing somewhere over here in the Application Mountain range. And we got this really big jet stream starting to dig down over there, and this will bring one of the hottest and coolest wind chill air of the season since the December of 2022 period. For many of the folks, I'm sure you guys all remember that. This and potentially one of the worst Arctic blasts in history will be here by tomorrow night, January 19, for all the northern and central United States. But this will be talked about in just a couple of minutes. But first, we're talking about this first snowstorm, which will be developing across this little corner area. And this will set a stage. There you go. This is a low pressure system developing across the South Carolina, North Carolina border. And then you can see this will deepen into 1,002 by 1 p.m. Sunday, January 19. And this will bring in some brief heavy snow across Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Ohio. And don't forget, once these cooler air comes in, this storm will combine with lake and hiss or lake effect snow. However, the good news is with lake effect is that the lakes is continuing to cool down, having around 10 Celsius at this point. And some of the lakes is already starting to freeze, which will cause more of that next week, which will actually cause lake effect to slowly shut down for the season here. But It's not good thing as we may get more snowstorm in the future. But as of now, we got this quick snow blaster across the West Virginia, and then as you can see by 7 p.m. tomorrow here, the storm will move up, hitting Washington D.C., New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and stuff like that. As a 9, I don't know if you can even read it over here. Let's move up to the next one, and yes indeed, by the time it gets to May, this low pressure system will be bounding from 1007 across South Carolina all the way to 989 by the time it hits Maine, going along the Maine Atlantic coastline. And this will bring in potentially a non-easter heavy snowfall for parts of Maine and the New England area, with some more lake effect across the Great Lakes area over there. As we go through early days on Monday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. This is going to be a crazy day. We got Trump swearing in that day. And we got a Master Championship game for 19, Ohio State against Modern in Atlanta. That will be a crazy day. And then as we can see, by 1 p.m. on Martin Luther King Day, the storm will be all setting down. However, the lake effect will be brooding cold. Like, look at this. High pressure system, while into the Nakers, is actually going to be pouring down across the central upper plains into the eastern coastline by the time we hit mid to late next week. And this will bring in a big cool air coming down. And this cool air, combined with some warm moist lake effect, will be actually trapping the moisture from this jet stream, which will be moving over there throughout next week, which will eventually cause our jet stream to actually really move this far south. Imagine this jet stream moving this far south, guys. And this will bring in a heavy snowstorm for first once in a lifetime for Georgia and Florida. So you guys can see here, by the time we reach 1 a.m. by Tuesday, January 21st, we got this moisture starting to boil up over here. And this, combined with a really cool air, will bring real snowfall to Texas, Louisiana, and even New Orleans. That's why New Orleans will get either a snowstorm or a meteorite mist before your very eyes. And for several part 2, by the time we reach 1 p.m., Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, that area, especially along the Gulf Coast. Now imagine if the Gulf Coast is getting this type of wintry mist. That will not be good. Like, this is a big snowstorm event for them. And you guys can see, like, the average snowfall is somewhere around right here. And if this moves even a 50 miles south of here, this whole snowstorm will potentially be once in every 10-20 years, potentially in the lifetime. And look at this. South Carolina, South Georgia, South Florida, and the panhandles of Florida will be hit. So you can see the storm will be all setting down by 1 p.m. on January 22nd. And we're going to be taking a deep dive into it in just a few minutes. But you can see after that, we're going to forecast this nice potential another storm system across the Atlantic. However, this is offshore as of this writing. But GFS is pretty good about shifting things northeast, which will bring potentially snowfall across the Atlantic part. So you can see this eventually moves off, and then we got this warmer pattern, which will set back up again finally on the 27th by the time we reach early February. However, we got this cooler pattern always starting to move in here. You can see another active blast, and then this warm air will immediately blow up after that for February 1st. But this is not in the points right now. This is just what the marbles is just averaging up, which is always more towards the end, so don't get anything too surprisingly there. So let's get over to our deeper dive into that snowstorm. This is a year marble taking a look at southeast United States. This is at 4 a.m. on the day after Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and you guys can see the storm always start developing across the Louisiana and several Texas as well. And look at this, along the coastline, this is a year 12Z, which is usually pretty better about predicting this, and this line stretches all the way south to the coastline. Now, I'm not necessarily going to tell you if this is true or not, but that's what the marbles is saying by the time of this recording. So you guys can see here that by the time we reach 7 a.m. on January 21st, and I think by the Aztec here, this might be one of the longest video in Highland Weather Club history, so just keep that in mind. But you guys can see very deep heavy snowstorm. So by the time we reach 1 p.m. on Tuesday, January 21st, you can see some of the snow is actually further south, even in the Gulf of Mexico. Wow! Snowstorm for New Orleans, Mobile, Alabama, Pensacola, Florida. This is truly once in a lifetime spectacular for these folks down there, and the server is shift and more it shifts, the crazier and mind boo-booing it gets. You can see by shifting to the 4 p.m. hour, you can see snow is always starting to reach Tallahassee, Florida, Palencia, Mobile, upper parts of Florida into the Gulf of Mexico. That is absolutely crazy. And then it gets even crazier too. 7 p.m. on January 21st, more snow starting for along the coastline of North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and part of the ice storm down in Mobile, half of Florida into the whole panhandle. If you are in Atlanta or Gainesville, you guys might get some rain. In fact, very cold rain. And then as you can see, by 1 a.m., the storm will be moving to the east-northeast as it hits Florida. Gainesville will be starting to get into ice storms as well. And then by the time we reach 4 a.m. on Wednesday, this will start to dissipate and this cooler air will be moving into Florida. So let me get this again. But before we look at that cool air, we're going to be taking a look at one of the coldest marbles. Like, I think it's one of the coldest worldwide marbles ever made, and that is the Canadian marble. So here is be taking a look at the Canadian marble for 7 p.m. on Monday, January 20th, and you can see this storm once again will start in several Texas. So you can see some moisture starting to rise. This is the Tri-Z yesterday one for the Canadian by the time I'm recording this. So, and look at how this is already exploding for the whole state of Texas, except if you live in the southernmost areas. Unless you are living in the southernmost area, all of Texas, including Houston, will get a snowstorm by the time we reach 7 a.m. on Tuesday, January 21st. As we reach 1 p.m. on January 21st, you can see here that this storm will hit all of Louisiana, all of New Orleans, all the coast of Texas. Like, everybody in Texas will see snow or some sort of the whale once in a lifetime wintry precipitation. So stay with me, guys, because this will get even crazier later on. And you can see here that this storm will move east-northeast up along the several coastlines, hitting New Orleans, even middle of Alabama, even southern Mississippi will get inside this action too. And that is by the time we move forward. Okay, this is a 1,015 more by low pressure system. There we go. And look at this. Next flame, 1 a.m. Wednesday, January 22nd. That is next Wednesday. Boom shakalaka, a wintry mist fall and heavy snowfall for South Carolina, southern Georgia, into Florida. Now, Gainesville, you could not get into this, but you could get at least a freezing rain. Or the Panhandle coast of Florida will be getting into this as well. And then by the time we reach 7 a.m., if this cold air will be diving deeply to the south, like into the Florida coastline and all the southeast coastline, impacting the 95 corridor. So, unless when you're just past Tampa, unless if you're just past Jacksonville and Tampa, you guys will get some sort of the wintry precipitation across the Mobile Florida coastline. And then you can see the storm will be all set and done by the time we reach 7 p.m. on Wednesday, January 22nd. So this is a Canadian model. That's the coldest it can get. And look at this. Moai storm by the time we reach January 24th. So this is going to be crazy. And here is what's even crazier. Taking a look at temperature. So there we go. So this is the GFS model latest 18Z by the time of this recording. And we're taking a look at cold air wet without the wind chill. So moving down over there, by the time we reach 1 a.m., you can see greens are 50, 40, 30 degrees cold. Blues mean 20 degrees cold. Dark blues and purple means a teens. And this line over there, this pinkish color, is actually in the single digit. And then the more pink it gets, the more of the Americans without the wind chill it gets. So here is all the colors. You can match your colors right over there into this line, right over there. So this is taking a look at the eastern United States. This is at 7 a.m. on January 19th, just to start getting in. And look at this, by the time we reach Martin Luther King Jr. Day, temperature is already getting down into the single digit. 2 degrees in Ohio, 2 in Indiana, Michigan, Illinois, and even in the Naked up in the upper plains, which is pretty mobile. But look at the temperature getting as far south as Florida, 37 degrees in Jacksonville. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Now this is at 1 p.m. on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Unfortunately, it starts warming up again as we hit the peak heating hours of the day with the sun here. But by the time the sun sets, let's take a look at Tuesday, January 21st. You can see it's going to hit 0 degrees in Ohio, -1 in Pennsylvania, and the wind chills will be much worse than this. And the -15 range. -10, -15, -20 even for some parts, and even -40. So if you guys want to take a look at the wind chills, you can use the wind chill calculator. It forecasts everything in this path, so you can put in wind speed and temperature, and it can calculate what you will actually be feeling like. And let me tell you, it's not fun. And it gets even crazier. Look at Tuesday. Look at Wednesday. -6, -7, and Pennsylvania, all the way down to Florida, even in the teens and Texas and like 27 and Florida and 17 in New Orleans. This is not what you guys should be looking for, especially as further down you got. And then this is Thursday. It should start warming up again, but this is not even the crazier part. You can see it will get cold again, then warm, and as we reach through the end of January, this will be amazing. Okay guys, let's take a look at the yellow marble. This is a different marble. This is going to be colder, guys, so please be warned. This is at 1 a.m. going all the way to the 19th at 4 a.m. It is Monday at 1 a.m. and you guys can see way below normal temperature, 8 degrees in Ohio. And by the time we reach 7 a.m., let me take this a flame a bit. There we go. Naked 2 degrees in Western Ohio, 5 in Central, so just going to be starting to get ahead of that. But watch as it gets even crazier. By the time we reach the 21st, Ohio, you guys will already be in the naked 2, naked 6, naked 9 and Pennsylvania degree temperature. That's without the wind chills. And it could actually get even colder if we want to zoom in a bit. And look at this, we got more coming, but this doesn't end just yet. This is just Tuesday and it gets even crazier. Watch this. Look at this. 7 p.m. and as we go for Wednesday, by 7 a.m. on Wednesday, Eastern Ohio could get down into the naked 21, 24 naked degrees. Like, this is without the wind chills for this area, and this is very bad. Like, naked 21, if this would have been 8 mile per hour winds, this should have been like that's naked 30 degrees wind chill, and that can definitely cause frostbites in 5-10 minutes when you guys were outside without proper protection. Like, I do not want to be over this for Wednesday. Now this marble can change. This is one of the coolest selection. It's probably not going to be this way, but it's just what it is. And then as we reach through Thursday, by the time we reach 1-5 a.m., wind chills should still be down, aside it will be less. Like, it will be around 2-5 degrees by the time we reach the 23rd here. Still cold air. And then this should be the end of this as we're still in the teens by the 24th here. And it should start warming up again off of this time frame for the yellow marble. But this will get even crazier with the Canadian marble. This is the Canadian marble, like I said, the coldest solution there is. This is a 7 a.m. on 18, 1 a.m. on January 20th. And you can see by 7 a.m., Ohio could be looking into the negative 4 degree temperature. Now, I'm not saying if the Canadian marble is correct, but here's the only thing. So, around this time a couple of years ago, I was looking at every single marbles, and it's a Friday that day, and it's showing a very, very big windstorm going across our area. However, one Saturday morning, I look at the Canadian marble, and it's the only marble that is saying we're not going to get it than previously suspected. They thought there's a bug in this, but as we go throughout the next couple of days, everybody starts agreeing on the same thing. So I could say that the Canadian marble could be right in this particular situation. This is on the 20th. But it gets even crazier. Look at the 21st, -1, -2, -8 in Ohio. But that's not even the crazier part. Look at this. Look at this. This is Wednesday, January 22nd at 7 a.m. Low temperature. We're at the wind chill. Look at this. In Ohio, Indiana, -30-degree temperature. Even more than that. That could bring -40 by when I ain't looking at the wind chills here. If that can be -40, -50-degree wind chill, like this is just absolutely crazy. If this is like this, if this is absolutely like this, come on, this wind chill will be the exact same temperature as the coldest place on earth in usual Russia here. This is pretty crazy. Wow. And then by the time we look at Thursday, it's not over yet. We could still be in a -15, -10 range by the time we reach Thursday here. And then Friday, look at this, -1, -2 degrees. We're at the wind chill for Friday, January 24th. Now this is the only solution that is saying this will change, but if models start agreeing on this, this can be crazy. So I just want to let you guys know that this could be one of the, probably one of the craziest videos ever created. Now before we go here, I wanted to take a look at the Google Slides here. So this is the Google Slides I have. Sorry about this, you guys can just award this right now, but this is, I created a slide about what does the wind chill can do. If this duration of this is 48 to 60 hours or greater, at wind chills are below -16 degrees, this can happen. So it can cause frozen and burst pipes, which can cost like millions of dollars for each of the bursts. So if you guys, hopefully you guys don't get that bad. This can happen very easily. Like this can also cause dead car batteries right there. This can also cause improper use of secondary heat. If you use a secondary heat such as an oven, a stove, a second furnace inappropriately, it can cause carbon monoxide poisoning across your house. So if you feel something weird going on, you can go outside before it gets worse. But when you go outside, remember frostbite can happen in this kind of weather. So that's why this is one of the most dangerous weather of the year. Even if it's sunny and clear, this coil could not be possible. It can also increase industrial fires as well and cause frostbites. That's right. Even naked wind chills of below 10 to 20 seconds can cause moderate frostbites. And even the command model is showing so let me say this is level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. So GVS models is saying level 2, not level 3. But the Canadian models is even saying level 3, level 4, which is very high, which can cause skin freezes, frostbites in 5 to 10 minutes. So that's just amazing, guys. This is just not good. So please be prepared now. Be prepared. This is finally the end of this video. Please be prepared. Subscribe for any updates. Be prepared now, guys. Don't wait all weekend. Be prepared now. Okay, guys. So we will continue to track this for you. If there's any other emergency videos, I will upload this editing anyways on the Highland Weather Club. But other than that, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the new videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Whoop.